Hola chicos, here's your oral final project instructions. Let's go over the objectives. Okay, so objetivos. To have a conversation with a Spanish speaker to communicate and exchange information about each other or familiar topics. So for this final project, you are going to choose someone that speaks Spanish, maybe that grew up speaking Spanish, or maybe a native speaker, and that you will interview. Here are the instrucciones. You will meet with your conversation partner in person, over Zoom, or by phone to talk about topics from class, including their name, where they live, and other information. The conversation containing video and audio will be recorded and submitted as part of this assignment. If you cannot provide a video or an audio, please, you need to have approval from your instructor. But I prefer you guys do a video so that I can watch it. Now, this assignment consists of 3 sections, which can be completed in 3 stages. Number 1, preparation for the conversation. So you need to have questions that you're going to be asking in your interview. Number 2, carrying out the conversation with a Spanish speaker. And number 3, completing a reflection based on the content of the conversation. So follow the instructions carefully. You need to type your responses in a Word document or Google document or in the textbook below. If using a Google document, you can use you can go on this link and then you can use that Google Doc. Obviously, all of this is going to be done in Canvas. Now, before a conversation, find a Spanish speaker, someone who grew up speaking Spanish, and ask him, her, them to meet with you for this assignment. Number 2, prepare your list of questions for this conversation. Here are some that you can use, but feel free to add or change some. Importantly, make this a conversation as much as possible. Use the questions to guide you. Feel free to ask follow-up questions, and in addition to asking these questions, also share similar information about yourself with your conversation partner. So there's a list of questions that you might want to use. Additional tips regarding the questions. Add or substitute with other questions if you would like, or as you see fit during the conversation. The questions must be related to topics we covered in class. Remember to follow up each question with questions such as ¿y tú?, to make this a natural conversation. React to information with phrases such as uy, qué interesante, or muy bien. During the conversation, say hello and goodbye to start and end the conversation. Ask the questions and gather the same information for your partner. Make it like a conversation as much as possible. Remember to use questions such as ¿y tú?, and expressions such as qué interesante, muy bien, or other reactions. The conversation must be around 4 to 5 minutes long, and record the conversation, making sure that both you and your conversation partner appear on the screen. Have a conversation in a way that a natural conversation flows. If you make a mistake, for example, self-correct and keep going. Do not restart or edit the conversation. And number 6, during the exchange, find out if you and your conversation partner have anything in common. Identify differences. 2, for example, you can say something like, oh, a mí también, or I also. Muy bien. Once again, this is important, and I keep focusing on this as your conversation partner to not translate anything for you, to only speak Spanish to you, and to repeat something if you need to hear it again. You can say something like, repite por favor. This conversation must be fully conducted and completed in Spanish. Do not read from a scripted conversation. This conversation must be as natural as possible. So let it flow. So after the conversation, here's the reflection, part number 3 of your assignment, your final project. You need to answer the following questions individually in English. Summarize what you've learned from the conversation, partner, and discuss similarities and differences. You need to talk about what you've learned about your Spanish from this activity, and this can be a phrase or a word. or your thoughts about how you felt during the conversation. Discuss what you need to work on regarding your Spanish skills going forward. Here are your submission guidelines. You need to submit this document in Canvas. A complete submission includes the following items. So first of all, you're going to have the list of questions you prepared before a conversation took place, the recording showing you and your conversation partner, and the answers to the reflection section. Here's the evaluation criteria. Students receive up to 5% credit for a complete submission. The 3 components must be present in the submission in order to be considered complete. Each component is worth about a third of the grade, or 33 to 34 points each, for a total of 100 points. This includes the questions, the video recordings, and the reflection section. So refer to the rubric for more details. Here's the rubric. You would have all this information accessible in your modules. Once again, this is going back to the important information, so make sure you read all this thoroughly. There's also a sample video which will guide you. This example will help you guide you as you prepare and conduct your own interview for the final project. So make sure you click on that, so you're gonna get a better idea of what I really want from this final project. So good luck, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me and let me know. Okay, adios.